Show me your ways, that I may walk with you.
So this is session 3 of God's Plan, and we mentioned yesterday that the first part of knowing God's plan for us is saying yes to Jesus. And that means saying no to what the world might want us to do. But once we say yes, then we can, step by step, go with him. We don't have a detailed map, but we go with him step by step. There's a good reason for this. One is that if we're given the outline of God's plan, we then tend to take things in our own hands. We might rush ahead of him or try and do it in our own strength. And a good example of this is Abraham again. Abraham was promised a son, but he was old. Sarah was past childbearing age, and it wasn't happening. And so Abram and Sarah decided to take matters into their own hands, and Sarah said, "You can sleep with my slave girl, Hagar," which he did, and she produced a son, Ishmael. But this was not God's plan. God was going to give Sarah a son, and so, of course, in time, Isaac was born. But the birth of Ishmael caused trouble because he was not God's plan. See a similar thing in Moses at the burning bush. God gave him a specific task, but he just said, "I want you to go to Egypt, go to Pharaoh and bring my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt." And Moses immediately begins to negotiate. "Oh, who am I that I should go? Who will I tell them sent me? And what if they don't listen to me? And I'm not a very good speaker." God patiently answers every question, gives him signs of his power. But even right at the very end, Moses is very politely saying, "Please send somebody else." I know I did the same thing when I was feeling called into ministry. My minister sent me home after I talked to him, sent me home and said, "Read Exodus 3 and 4. And I saw that I'd been making exactly the same excuses that Moses had made, even to the point of saying, "Please, somebody else." It certainly made Moses become a real person to me and not some sort of half God. But God persisted, and I began to see that I would give up teaching. But I was still negotiating on, well, maybe I could just work for the church in some way, or maybe I could be a deacon. But I was still negotiating on my ideas of how I might answer the call. What really, I guess, kicked me over the edge was a little book. So I was given, it was a parable of the seashell. And it was a man walking along the beach, and he found a shell with a beautiful pattern carved on it. And he thought, what artist has done that? And why is it chucked away on the seashore? And then he found another shell with exactly the same pattern, and then another, and then another. And he realised, of course, the artist is God. And then he thinks, why does God make these beautiful shells which are just abandoned and going to be eventually end up as shell grit? But his understanding is that God, when we see things, it's like we're looking through a telescope that's out of focus, but it's God who has the right focus to see how things really are. Knowing God's plan starts with a yes to Jesus, and then it proceeds to stepping out in faith, following his guidance step by step.
Show me your ways, that I may walk with you. Show me your ways, I put my hope in you. The cry of my heart is to love you, Lord, to live by the me your ways. Show me your ways, that I may walk with you. Show me your ways. I put my hope in you. The cry of my heart is to love you more, to live by the touch of your hand, stronger each day. Show me your ways, stronger each day. Show me your ways, stronger each day. Show me your ways. Show me your ways.